Welcome to my very first vegan what I ate in a day video. We're going to be going through breakfast, lunch, snack and dinner, as I'd usually eat around 4 times a day. And considering it's the weekend, I put a bit more effort into the meals that I'd usually make. So, first off then, breakfast. I didn't get too much footage just because I was really hungry, but this is banana pancakes using flour, sugar, bananas, baking powder and oat milk, and then I just poured some syrup over it. Not the healthiest, but I thought I'd treat myself considering it's a weekend, because I usually struggle thinking of things to make for breakfast. Next off then, lunchtime. Gone in with avocado toast, which has been a recent favourite of mine. I've just mashed some avocados onto some toasted seeded bread. Sometimes I use vegan spread, depends if I'm in the mood for it. And then I've just chopped some tomatoes and thrown some salt and pepper onto it. Literally takes 5-10 minutes to make, and it's actually really filling. Now, next off, I really wanted to put some effort into snack time this time, so I decided to make a vegan cheesecake. Usually if ever I get cheesecake, it's store-bought from Tesco's, but I thought I'd put some effort in today and actually try and make my own cheesecake the way I want it to look. So I've used some ginger biscuits crushed up and then just poured some vegan margarine, melted vegan margarine for the base, and then pouring it into a flan dish and flattening it out. By no means is this a healthy option, but I just wanted to give it a try. And I prefer baked cheesecakes over no-bake cheesecakes. In the end I actually added a bit more butter, vegan margarine rather, just to make it more condensed, so that when it actually comes to cutting the cheesecake, it would stay intact. And I'm just pressing it down a bit further. This is a blueberry vegan cheesecake, so frozen blueberries are cheaper than fresh blueberries, and it just does the same considering it's a compote. So here we are. I'll give more information in the description box if you're interested in making yourself, but I thought it was very visually pleasing to do like a swirl effect vegan cheesecake. I just filled this jug and I thought that would be a good measurement for the amount of compote that I'd need. For the compote then, I just put that all into a pan with sugar and lemon water and a bit of water as well. These are just rough measurements, to be fair, but I'd cook it for about 18 minutes on a low heat. You'll see it colour change, and it will become thicker as you cook it. And this is what will be swirling into the cheesecake. To prep for the filling, you'll need to soak some cashews for about 4 hours just so they become soft. I think cashews are used as standard for anything creamy related because it's effective. Just chopping a lemon in half for the filling as well. And then I'm just going to blend the cashews with some oat milk and some sugar. And that will make it a nice creamy texture. I'm going to get a pack of 250 grams of vegan cream cheese. This one's from Tesco. The Tesco one's a bit more tangy, but you can get more subtle flavoured vegan cream cheese from Holland and Barrett's. Basically everywhere does vegan cream cheese now. It's a bit more pricey than normal cream cheese, but it's effective. So I'm just going to put that into a bowl then, and then I'm going to combine that with the blended cashew mixture that we made earlier. Once that's been blended then, I'll put that onto the base. Spread that around so that it's even. Now so far it's looking a bit plain, so this is where the blueberry compote comes in useful. And we're just going to swirl it in, make some pretty patterns. Just evenly compositing the compote so that when you come to cut it, it's evenly distributed. Then I put that in the oven on 180 degrees for about 35 minutes, but just eyeball it just in case it goes browner sooner rather than later. And that was my snack for the day. I didn't eat all of it, I just had a slice or two, and so did my boyfriend. But I've been wanting to try this for a while now, so I thought I'd finally make it. I've decorated it with flowers as well, flowers and blueberries on top. But for the purpose of eating it and cutting it, I've just stripped it bare. And the base was nice and crispy, crunchy and firm, and then the filling was a nice baked yet creamy effect. And it looks nice and presentable as well, so win-win. There we go, that was snack time. And then for dinner, I actually used my cookbook that I was gifted for my birthday. It's by another influencer, and I decided to make the soup. I've made this a few times, but I'm just showing you which one I'm making. So for the soup then, it's like just a hearty vegetable soup. I just cut a load of vegetables, starting with the onion and the garlic. And then carrot and celery. I make them into small pieces. There we go, some tomato and broccoli as well. So to start, I'm just putting the onion, the garlic, the celery and the carrot in the pan with some oil, letting that cook for a few minutes before I put the vegetable stock in. And some more vegetable stock. The recipe called for something else, but I've been liking putting large couscous in because I couldn't find what it called for. It was some grain, but this does just fine. And it actually adds a bit of spice to it. And then later on I've added the broccoli, the tomatoes, and at some point I had the spinach in as well. My fresh spinach had gone off, so I just used tinned spinach, which worked just as well. And there's a finished product which I just had with some bread, with some vegan spread on it. So yeah, it's really filling, really satisfying, so I was really pleased with that. And I've been making it quite often. That serves, I think it serves 4. So that was what I ate in a day. I'll be sure to keep you updated, and I'm really interested to try some new things as well, so I'll be sure to document that as well then. Okay, until next time, I'll see you later.